So yeah, Burna. There are rumors apparently that Burna wants to leave his record label to focus on. Wants to leave his major record label. Is it Atlantic?
Atlantic
He wants
Records.
to leave Atlantic Records and focus on his own personal imprint, which is Spaceship
Spaceship
Records.
record. Yeah.
Now, Karis is telling me these are just rumors.
Yes, it's not verified yet. So I don't want to. Well, yeah, it's not verified yet. Mhm.
Well, typically, if you're seeing news like that, it means like it might be happening.
It
Cause like, why
might
would
be
it be?
by inside sources, but we don't
They
know.
don't
It's
know.
not
Yeah.
verified.
It means if they're leaking that kind of information, it might actually be
You
happening.
do know that Twitter is a place where they say the craziest things.
No, but certain things like this, it's not just that. It's also because his label apparently that owns his back catalog is also taking him to court.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if that things don't so things don't in the entertainment industry don't happen randomly. It's
Okay.
just like when I told you last week when we were talking about Ashake and his addict,
Mm-hmm.
and if those videos come out, and you're like, oh, it's just innocent, and then he drops his song, or with Crayon where he's talking about like what what he faced, they're not random.
Mm-hmm.
It's either you're trying to negotiate. So it could be that he's trying to negotiate more money and he's testing the waters.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody is leaking that information, or he's actually trying to leave, or because of this second case, they're trying to renegotiate. All I'm saying is that Burner is too big for there to be an issue at the label, right?
Yeah.
And for it to just be random. If everything is good, nobody's going to
Let's
talk
talk
about
about
it.
it.
Like, it's not going to be an agenda. Like, one thing I want people to understand too, on Tuesday we had the podcast and I was telling you about PR, and they were like, oh, there are a lot of influencers you're seeing doing negative PR are actually being paid. So
Yeah.
they want people now. I think was it the Kardashians that kind of started this all publicity is good publicity. So people now, at least on the Nigerian side of things, they're actively trying to generate negative conversations
Mm-hmm.
because they feel like it will still track, it will still give
Mm-hmm.
attention. So we'll keep an eye on Burner, but
We
knowing
can.
Burner, I
Okay.
feel like it might be true. But we'll keep an eye on that story.
We can
Um,
enter the disputes that's happening with
sure,
his.
let's do it.
Yeah.
With Bonner. Leaving
The label.
the
Mm-hmm.
label. Yeah.
Like Burner's back catalog,
Yeah.
apparently. Did you?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I should talk about it.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's all.
Okay, so basically, Atlantic Records sold some of Burna Boy's music to him to his own label, Spaceship, right?
Like they gave him
And
back his masters.
yes, that's from 2013, like Redemption, Life. Have you listened to those songs by his original songs, like back in the day? And this is from like 2013. And then 960 has a
Is he Asla? I
40%
thought it was aristocrat.
aristocrat, yes.
Okay.
I
So
think Aristocrat sold the masters to
to
Yeah.
Atlantic.
and apparently the reason why they're being taken to court is because at aristocrats is not just
Alone.
The only
alone, they
Yes.
owners.
also have a
Like
co-partnership, or no
690.
a 40%
Yeah, yeah,
That's a
part
partnership now.
yeah,
partnership with 960,
yeah,
and they are like, you sold it without our consent, right? So
yeah.
we want to take you to court because that means we cannot get revenue from it anymore, because if Spaceship takes ownership from it, then that means they have the revenue, whatever song, whatever money comes from that particular album
But
or
my
whatever.
question is, why were they not aware of the whole thing when it was being sold out?
Because it's the game
It's
now.
exactly, it's music, it's the
So
entertainment industry.
the solution now would be maybe
And,
they have to refund Burna Boy,
No, no, no.
no,
or
that they're
they
being
have
So
to
taken to
pay him
court.
by.
what probably happened was probably nobody when Burner Boy started Aristocrat could have imagined where he is today. So they were all probably Aristocrat and these guys were funding Burner Boy's career.
Mm-hmm.
Then they owned the masters. Aristocrat owned the masters. So when Atlantic signed him, they would sign your back catalog because these days your back catalog makes a lot of money. So
Mm-hmm.
as Bernard blows up, you're listening to his songs, you go and listen to his old
Old
song.
songs, yeah.
That would generate revenue. And obviously Atlantic's infrastructure is much bigger. So they'll be able to generate a lot more money from all of that catalog. Now Burner might have, I don't know his deal, might have had an agreement that, oh, after so years, you give me my own masters. Like
Yeah.
as a musician, your masters are your life. Like they give you an advance, you have to pay back that advance, but your masters are things you can live off of. So now he's probably gotten it back, and these guys are like, Omo, we funded your career, you
But he
sold
paid
this.
them.
Who?
Burna Boy bought the
No,
is it
his
label?
his
He
his
didn't buy
label,
it.
his label like collected it.
Atlantic probably
Like a,
doesn't know these 960 guys.
Oh.
So
they
think of
do.
it this way, right?
Maybe they don't.
Me and you are Karis's
What?
manager, right? You Karis needs to do a shoot for 100K. I bring 40K. But you are managing her. You do the shoot for 100K. Then somebody picks her up and is like, wow, Karis is really dope. They pay you off. Like, oh, don't worry about Karis anymore. Here's ₦1,000,000. Now I'm like, but I gave you 40K, so we should split that
money,
deal.
okay.
And then time goes on. They've probably been litigating this in the background and we don't know. Maybe they don't want it to be a big deal. Whatever is the case. Now that big money is in play,
involved.
because Atlantic money is not going to be 40K.
Yeah.
It's millions of dollars. They're like, Omo, when this guy was nobody, we put our money up for it. So we deserve to be recouped. So that's why they're taking it to court.
And Warner Music is also like inside as well because 960 also told Warner Music that they have to pause because they're in major distribution. So they were like you have to put a pause on that until we sort out this entire case. In my own opinion, I do believe that it's just a bit tricky because I don't. As you said, how did they do the deal without
Yeah.
without 960 knowing? But I feel like that's just like how business is. Jaji was like they might not know them, but I do think they knew them because they were 40%.
No,
So
but
you can't just not know
They
them.
don't need to, because again, you might think, again, I don't know. I'm speculating. You might think that on paper, it might be that Burna is signed to Aristocrat Records.
Yeah.
Maybe on paper, Burna is signed to Aristocrat, not Aristocrat and 960.
Okay.
So legally, they don't have to care about 960. 960's business is now with Aristocrats.
Okay.
Sure, you get that
Yes,
part,
I
yeah.
get that.
Let's keep following the Burna thing, because it's really important when we say that, oh, Afrobeats to the world. When we talk about expanding the structure and the business, these are the things that are really critical for the music industry side of things. Afropop's Most Essential podcast is produced by Visionary Studios in association with Arrow House Studios. Arrow House Studios is a state-of-the-art multimedia studio in Lagos, offering a wide variety of services including video production and editing, audio dubbing and engineering, photography, and so much more. Visit www.arrowhousestudios.com for your quotes. Afropop's Most Essential podcast is proudly sponsored by Afolus Technology Solutions. Afolus Technology provides a wide variety of power and security solutions for commercial and residential purposes, including solar and inverter power, access control and fingerprint locks, CCTV installation, and a host of smart home solutions. Contact +234 812 546 5598 or email afolustech@gmail.com for your quotes today. Afropop's Most Essential podcast is produced by Visionary Studios in association with Arrow House Studios. Arrow House Studios is a state-of-the-art multimedia studio in Lagos, offering a wide variety of services including video production and editing, audio dubbing and engineering, photography, and so much more. Visit www.arrowhousestudios.com for your quotes.